Alright, here's an update, guys, on my first arrest of disorderly conduct. It didn't go so well. I did not win the case on disorderly conduct. I'm not going to argue it because it was with my peers. I am going to file appeal just because no one's ever fought disorderly conduct being unconstitutional here. So I am going to appeal it underneath the fact that it's against the First Amendment right, which is the freedom of speech, as long as I'm not threatening somebody bodily harm. What's the problem with me speaking how I feel? I don't expect too much out of it, but I'm going to try anyways, guys. Y'all seen us do all these audits with the city complex up here where the city courthouse is and the police department. We've always, you saw our recordings. Well, today we couldn't even take our cell phones inside because now they have signs put up talking about can't use any electronic device in the building whatsoever. They just put these signs up. So I am going to put the city manager's number underneath here, because we found out from one of the people who was at the city complex that the city manager was the one who told them to put these signs up. Now, there is no penal code underneath them. We all seen these signs that says you can't do this, but no penal code. So we're going to try to solve that issue with a call flood. That's what I'm calling for, a call flood, because this is ridiculous. No one actually had an issue except a couple people in there, like the city prosecutor. He didn't like being recorded. I was just trying to keep him on the record, to hold him accountable for what he was saying. But Judge Woodcox, you're a great man. You let me slide with a lot of stuff. Granted, it was my first case, and you know this, and that's why you let a lot of stuff slide. I really do hope to hear a call from you about a cane that you was adamantly discussing about wanting to buy. I'm actually in the process of building right now. Yeah, guys, that's what I do for a living now. I make canes and walking sticks. I'm starting to learn copper inlay and silver inlay. So look forward to seeing that on YouTube shortly. Another issue is I would like to actually get some auditors over here, please. We need some help. They're just not getting the picture. Like, Constitution is above their state and city ordinances. They're not understanding that here in South Carolina. They think that since it's a state law, the Constitution won't be applied to it because it's a state law. If that makes sense to y'all, but it doesn't on my end. So please, Monkey, we would love to have you down here, man. We really will. We need some assistance. They really do need a monkeys on their back. But all honesty, I would love for News Now Houston to come down here, and that way I can take some lessons from him about proper auditing without seeming like a total dick like I usually do. I'll just sit back and watch you do your work, Houston, and and then I would love to have High Desert down here for the other side of the coin. Sorry, I didn't mean to say corn, guys. I know. I think my mom wants more to be with High Desert. She likes High Desert and how he talks, because he's 50 like my mama. I did catch one of the jurors after the court date. I mean, after everything was said and done at the courthouse, and I'm not going to say who it was, but she agreed of what I was doing, but I did it the wrong way. Like, do not use profanity is pretty much what she's saying. She's old. She's an immigrant here. Yes, I purposely picked her because she was an immigrant. Why not? She understood English very well. She's from Hungary, I think is what she said. But she was a delight to the court. But her son was the one who went to the federal court about getting the tattoos legal here. I asked him to do some audits. He said he had to do some research on it first. You know, that's obvious. I'm hoping to hear some good reviews from y'all. I know there's going to be some trolls out there. Kind of getting used to it, but please do not make any comments about that cop deserving to be shot. Y'all don't know that cop. I don't know that cop. Okay? I know nothing about that cop. I don't know his record, and I know nothing about it. So y'all can't say he deserved to be shot. Hell, 4 other people got injured. I think one had some damage done to his hand. One lady, she can't walk now. There is no reason to say someone deserves something if you know nothing about them. So please stop doing it. Officer Florence needs to be reprimanded greatly. He caught him in a lie at court. Miss Washington, I'm just letting you know right now, I might not be able to sue Immunitech, but guess what? I can sue you for putting my medical file in front of an officer without a warrant, violating the HIPAA law. Yes, you violated the HIPAA law. I am going to press federal charges on you. Watch me. Yeah, guys. Now, since the court date's over and everything, I am going to get the footage of the officer and put it on YouTube for you guys. The whole situation from start to finish, if I can. I did get completely outraged after I was in handcuffs. I mean, calling the officer numbnuts was a little out there. I kept asking who was the victim, who was the victim, who was the victim. He wouldn't answer, so I kept repeating the same question. I told him I could do this all day. I'm also going to put Effingham Detention Center in here. On the video, because at the very end you can hear him threaten to put me on the ground, telling me please buck up, please buck up. He was trying to escalate the situation, and by the end of that night they had me in a strip cell butt ass naked for 12 hours because I wouldn't talk to them properly, telling them they need a food stamp application after I get done with them. Apparently, it was wrong. Because they asked me, what was my occupation? None of your business. And then they told me to go back into the detox chamber until I changed my mind. Other people asked me, why? What's the problem? And I said, there is no problem. I ain't got no problem. They're going to have to book me eventually. I said, it ain't my fault. She's going to need a food stamp application after I get done with her. And that's when they 3 of them came running in, tasers drawn, saying please say no, please say no. And I will get that through a FOIA request, and then I will turn around and file a federal suit for torture, because in their policy it clearly states that they can't use strip search cells as punishment. Sorry guys, my cigar keeps going out. I picked these up instead of cigarettes, but you know, they're still bad. So if we like, I'm sorry, I get off track a lot, but I am filing suit. I am appealing. Granted, the fine was only $100, but it's not the point. I shouldn't be punished for speaking my mind. Don't care who I'm speaking it to, as long as I'm not threatening bodily harm. I will put mirror on this, just in case anybody wants to mirror it. But the evidence disc that I'm going to be putting up, I'm definitely putting mirrored on that one. So, and I'm about to send it to everybody. Like and subscribe, hit the notification. I need a hand out here, guys. They think they're above the Constitution here. Y'all saw the Social Security office, the federal department, the federal building wouldn't even let us bring cell phones in the building. So, and now the city complex is saying no. But the county courthouse says yes. Figure it out now, guys. Like and subscribe. Deuces. Whoop whoop fam.